Hello and welcome to day number 11 of my 12/12 birthday countdown. So we are literally in the final stretch, and I appreciate you for continuing on this journey with me. And so today's blessing is connected to something that I shared on day number 8 about the grant that I received for the certification. So just to give you a little bit more information, there were actually 2 certifications that I was working on through this grant. And so the first one is a general certification as a HR professional. And this is through a very well-known organization that a lot of companies are familiar with. And so that's one of the reasons why I specifically wanted to pursue this certificate, because it is well known and it provides a very good understanding of just how HR works in general. The second certification was specifically on HR law, and that one was a little bit shorter in terms of the amount of time that was spent in class doing it, and most of it was really me sort of going through all of the modules and completing them on my own. And so the first certification that I mentioned, I have to wait until January to take my exam for that one. And so in the meantime, I'm studying with a group of people who were in the class with me, and we just sort of have our own groove going on as we prepare for this exam, which is really fun. And then the second one on HR law is one that I just completed in November. And so today's blessing is the fact that I passed that exam and was able to now have a certification in HR law for the state of California. And this is important to me because of just the amount of effort that went into me studying for said exam. There was a lot of information to take in, and thankfully it was an open note exam, which was helpful because trying to understand all of the different laws in California can be a little bit overwhelming, especially if you're someone like me who doesn't have a background in law, right? So just being able to have my notes was really helpful. And so what I appreciate about having this certification is just having a deeper understanding of why certain things are set up the way that they are. And something that specifically comes to mind is when I was working in my retail job in HR, I noticed that there were some very specific guidelines for those of us who lived in California versus those who lived in other states like New York or Colorado or New Jersey. And that's because there were more guidelines for the state of California that just don't exist in those other states. And so overall, I find that doing this process of learning more about HR and specifically HR law is just continuing to benefit me as I go forward. And so I feel so blessed to be able to have access to this program, but specifically very, very thankful that I passed my exam and didn't have to redo it. And so hopefully I'll keep that same energy when I take my other exam in January. And so with that said, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you here tomorrow for day number 12, our last day together. Okay? So thank you and see you later.